Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see today I am sat in this position to film again, and I know this is kind of like my lazy option when it comes to filming a video if I don't want to do my normal setup and stuff, but I want this video to be a lot more laid back anyway. It's going to be another casual one, just really chilled. I've got no makeup on, I've not really done anything to my hair except from yesterday I straightened it and I've just left it how it is. Just got a hoodie on and I have my Ribena right here in my frozen cup. Yep. And yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and chat with you guys. I'm uploading this the day I film it, which is Sunday. Obviously you'll probably see that's when I upload it, but I'm uploading it today because I didn't get a chance to upload a video on Friday because I've had such a busy week. So I thought I'd film this and upload it for you today, and then I should have a video ready for next Friday. So that'll be less than a week away for you guys. I was watching one of Gabby's videos this morning and she did a video where she did 50 questions that she'd never answered before. I think she found them online, and I'm gonna use those questions and answer them for you today. And I know my last video was a Q&A and this is kind of like along the same sort of lines, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I apologise that they're fairly similar, but I just wanted to give this a go. Yeah, let's just get on with this because there's quite a lot of questions, so this might be quite a long video, but most of my videos are anyway. It is actually weird how often I say in my videos like, oh, I saw Gabby do this in a video and it inspired me to do this, or Gabby used this product and I ended up buying it, blah blah blah. She seems to be quite a big influence on me in terms of like video ideas and makeup and stuff like that. The first one is, what is your favourite candle scent? 100% Christmassy scents. I have one from Yankee Candle that's called Christmas Eve, and that is by far my favourite candle scent ever. It's just so good. Question 2 is, what female celebrity do you wish was your sister? I've not put a lot of thought into these questions before answering them. I only watched Gabby's video and then filmed this. So I've not like thought it out properly, but I'm gonna try and go off the top of my head, which doesn't always seem to work because I'm rubbish at answering lots of questions. But my initial thought was Miley Cyrus, purely because she's just my favourite celebrity. I just love her. I think she'd be a pretty cool person to have as a sister. She just seems so lovely. I feel like she'd be a really good big sister to have. Question 3 is, what male celebrity do you wish was your brother? Again, I'm gonna go with first instincts, just so I'm not sat here forever trying to figure out an answer. But when I saw this, the first thing that I thought of was actually 2 people technically, but it's Jedward. If you know me well, you probably know that I used to be obsessed with them, like spent my whole life dedicated to them, used to watch all their videos and listen to all their music and everything, and I do still love them. But I haven't properly listened to them or watched them in a while, so I don't know why, I just haven't. Although they'd probably drive me crazy, I'd still love it because I love Jedward so much. Number 4 is, how old do you think you'll be when you get married? I don't know, it's quite a hard one to call because I guess you just never really know. Just whenever the time's right. Maybe like, oh god, I was going to say like mid-20s, but I'm literally like not far off that, so that kind of scares me a little bit. I don't know. Probably before I'm 30, but who knows? I guess it's just one of those things, you just see what happens. It happens when the time is right, I guess. Number 5, do you know a hoarder? Yes, I do. Olivia, my sister, if you're watching this, you are a hoarder, 100%. She literally keeps everything. I remember once she was sorting through stuff in her room because I think my dad had asked her to go and sort some stuff out because her room was getting messy. And she has like stuff that she likes to keep as memories, but she literally keeps everything. And I mean, I know I can be a hoarder at times, but nowhere near as bad as Liv. Like once she pulled out a box that had an empty crisp packet in it, and I was like, Liv, why do you have that? She was like, oh, it reminds me of this day when we did this and I just needed to keep it for the memories. I was like, surely you don't need to keep a crisp packet. It was really random. Question number 6 is, can you do the splits? That kind of rhymes, does it? Yeah. No, I can't. I mean, I did dancing for 16 years, was it? I think, around about 16 years. And I never did the splits. I could never do them. To be fair, I didn't work hard enough at them. It's probably my own fault. If I'd have worked harder at my flexibility, I would have been able to do it by now, I know that. But I got to a point where I wasn't that far off, and I'm still fairly close, I guess. But no, I've never properly done the splits before, but I have been quite close. Number 7 is how old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? I honestly can't remember. I remember the day it happened because I'm pretty sure it was my granddad that taught me. Obviously my dad did a lot to teach me as well, but I remember my granddad being there as well. And I think it was just going up and down my street. I honestly have no idea how old I was. I really can't remember. Number 8 is how many oceans have you swam in? I'm not good with things like knowing just geography in general. I'm not very good at it. But I don't know which seas are the same in which countries. You know what I mean? I don't really know, but I've swam in seas in the UK, in Lanzarote, in Spain, in... Is that it? Yeah. I've swam in a few, but I don't know if they're connected to each other. I don't know. I'm not smart enough for this. Number 9 is how many countries have you been to? I have not been to many, to be honest. Obviously England, because that's where I live. Wales, because that's technically a different country. Lanzarote. Is Lanzarote a country? I've been to Spain. I've been to France. I don't think I've been anywhere else. That's like 5. I need to do some more travelling soon. That's my aim at some point. I want to go to America soon. I might be going next year, so fingers crossed for that. Number 10 is there anyone in your family that is in the army? And as far as I know, there isn't. Not any of my close family anyway. There might be like relatives that are like sort of like long distance and that we don't have as much contact with, but I'm pretty sure none of my relatives are in the army. Please correct me if I'm wrong, family members, but I'm pretty sure there isn't anyone. Number 11 is what would you name your daughter if you had one? I really like the name Aria. I think that's a really, really nice name, so maybe that. I think that's a really pretty name. Honestly, I really like the name Elsa, but I feel like I can't use that name because it's just so typical of me. But I kind of like the name Elsa. I think I'd just want a really nice, pretty name for them if I had a daughter. I just really like those really cute names, that sort of thing. Number 12 is what would you name your son if you had one? See, I've not really thought much about boys' names. I quite like the name Oscar, maybe. I kind of like the name Eric as well. That's quite a cute name. Oscar or Eric, maybe. But I've never really properly thought about it. I just sat there for a moment. I will have had to edit it out, but I was just sat there for a good minute, just in silence, trying to think what I would call my child if it was a boy. There are a couple of names that I kind of like, but I've never really thought into it. The same with girls' names, really. I've never properly thought into it. They're just a couple of ideas that I'd had, but yeah, maybe I'd probably think about it a bit more if I were to actually have children. Number 13 is what is the worst grade you got on a test? That was 100% my additional science exam. I got a U, and it was that bad that my teacher thought that I'd answered on the wrong side of the sheet, because it was sort of, you had two sides. You had the exam paper. I don't know what it's like now or if it's any different. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I did it, but there was a exam booklet with all the questions and stuff, and then a separate piece of paper that was double-sided. One side was the foundation questions, the other side was the higher questions, and you had to like fill in the circle for each question, like A, B, C or D. And because I'd done so bad, my teacher thought I'd answered on the wrong side of the sheet, but I was just really bad at science, and it was the one I revised for the most. That and English, because I loved English, and science because I did really enjoy it, but I was just so bad at it. I just could not wrap my head around it. But then I resat it and ended up getting a C, so don't know how the hell that happened, because that's quite a big jump in between. I don't know what went wrong. I think I just panicked under the exam conditions, to be honest. Number 14 is what was your favourite TV show when you were a child? I had quite a few. I went through a huge phase when I was little, being obsessed with Barney. I also loved the Teletubbies, but I feel like I've talked about this in a video like probably about a year ago, maybe even longer than that. about my issue with the Teletubbies. Maybe I have, I don't know, sort of a kind of fear that I have gained from a young age related to the Teletubbies. Very random. But yeah, I'm not going to go on about it. I liked the Teletubbies, mainly Barney. I think that was the main one. Number 15 is what did you dress up as for Halloween when you were 8? Honestly, how am I meant to remember that? I think when I was younger, I used to usually wear the same sort of thing. I had this witch's outfit that was like green and black. It had the green and black stripy hat and matching stripy tights. I think I used to just wear that most years. I dressed as a bat once as well, but I don't know if that was when I was 8 or not. I dressed as a devil, but I think I was slightly older when I did that. But there's just a few ideas of what I did dress as. Number 16 is, have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games or Twilight series? Honestly, no. I claim to be quite a big Harry Potter fan, which I am of the films, but I've never read the books, which I've spoken about in my book haul, I think it was, I did a while back. I want to try and read them again because when I first tried to, I was quite a bit younger and I just couldn't get into it. But I feel like maybe now I'd be able to. I read the first Twilight book, or I read like half of it and got bored. Same with the film, I watched some of that and just fell asleep because I was bored, and I'm just not the biggest fan really. I've never read the Hunger Games books. We do have them because we brought them for my dad, I think for his birthday or something, so maybe I could give them a read. I do really like the films, so maybe I would like the books. I don't know. Number 17 is, would you rather have a British accent or an American accent? I'd probably say British. Number 18 is, did your mother go to college? Yes, she did. Well, she went to sixth form or college. I think she did. She did. Yeah, she did. Mom, if you're watching this, you did go to college, right? Yeah? You didn't go to uni, but I suppose college, if these are American questions, college is uni, isn't it? Number 19 is, are your grandparents still married? Yes, on both sides of my family, my grandparents are still married, which I'm very thankful for, and I feel very lucky for that. Number 20 is, have you ever taken karate lessons? No, I haven't. I don't think I'd be very good at it. Number 21 is, do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Is there anyone who doesn't know who Kermit the Frog is? Number 22 is, what is the first amusement park that you went to? Jesus, I can't remember. Probably Drayton Manor or something. I went to Disneyland Paris when I was 4, but I probably went to theme parks a bit younger. I mean, I know you don't go on like the big rides and stuff when you're little, but they have like kiddie rides. It was probably when I went to Disneyland or like Drayton Manor or something, because I always used to go there when I was younger. Number 23 is, what language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? I really enjoyed being able to speak quite a bit of Spanish when I did that as GCSE and A-level, so maybe Spanish. I think that'd be cool. Although I would like to be fluent in French, especially with the job I'm considering. Like, one of the job options I'm considering is Disneyland Paris, and it would be very convenient if I could speak fluent French if I was there, obviously. So probably Spanish or French. Number 24 is, do you spell the colour as grey or grey? So that doesn't make sense if I just say it, but do I spell it G-R-A-Y or G-R-E-Y? I spell it G-R-E-Y. I'm pretty sure that's like an American thing, like, isn't it British people spell it G-R-E-Y and Americans spell it G-R-A-Y? I could be totally wrong, but I've always spelt it with the E rather than the A. Don't know if that's right or not. Maybe I've been wrong all this time, I don't know. I like this question. Number 25, is your father bald? That's a very random question, but yes, he is bald, and he never used to be. When he was younger, he used to have hair that was longer than mine and really curly, but now he is bald. He claims that it is all down to the stress of having 3 children and just us in general, which I'm not one to cause stress. I was a very good child. I never caused any problems. Number 26 is, do you know triplets? Yes, I do. Number 27 is, do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? I actually haven't watched The Notebook before, which is surprising because it's probably something that I really like, but I've never watched it. I have watched the Titanic and I love it. It's quite a long film though, isn't it? I noticed when I saw it on Netflix, it's like 3 hours long. I haven't watched it for quite a while, but I'm not gonna lie, I loved Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, at that age, he's just so beautiful. But yeah, I do love Titanic, so obviously I'd say that I prefer that one, but I haven't seen The Notebook, so I guess I can't really judge it yet. Number 28 is, have you ever had Indian food? I've tried a little bit of it, but it's not really for me. I'm not really that keen on it. Number 29 is, what is the name of your favourite restaurant? I love Pizza Hut because they do the best pizza, and I love the free salad bar. Some of my favourite places to go for food are like pubs, like sort of pub food, do you know what I mean? Number 30 is, have you ever been to Olive Garden? I have heard of that, but I've never been. Number 31 is, do you belong to any warehouse stores? For example, Costco, BJ's, etc. Again, I think these are American questions, and I wasn't really sure what this question meant until Gabby talked about it. I think it means like, are you a member? Like, do you have like a card or something? I don't know. I don't really go to warehouses or anything, or shop at warehouses, so no is the answer to that one. Number 32 is, what would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? I was going to be called George if I was a boy. My mom and dad had talked about the fact that if I was a boy, I would have been called George. And my sister Olivia, she was adamant that it was going to be a boy called George after that, so she was very excited about it. Obviously she was quite young at this point, and when I was born, obviously I was a girl, and my sister was just stood there shouting, where's George? Where's George? This isn't George, who's this? So my sister has clearly been excited about my life from the start. Number 33 is, if you have a nickname, what is it? Most people would just call me like Ez or something. I don't have like a set nickname. Probably just Ez. Number 34 is, who's your favourite person in the world? That is a very difficult question to answer. How am I meant to pick like just one person? I don't know, I feel like it's a bit hard, like, or a bit harsh to just pick one person. Because, you know, I have like all my family, my friends, my boyfriend. It's hard to pick like your favourite person in the world. Number 35 is, would you rather live in a rural area? I don't know how to say that word. Or the suburbs. I don't really know what the difference is. I think it's like countryside or city sort of area. That's hard because city sort of area, you're closer to more things, but I do love the countryside, and I love like cute little homes in the countryside, so maybe there, but then I feel like it's kind of out of the way of things, so more likely to go for the suburbs kind of area, but I don't know. Number 36 is, can you whistle? I kind of can, but not very well. It's weird because I have an ornament literally right next to the camera. There's an ornament of Jiminy Cricket, and if you know the film Pinocchio, he sings the song that's like, give a little whistle, doo-doo, give a little whistle, doo-doo. So I don't know, I just noticed that in the corner of my eye and thought it was appropriate to the question. Yeah, I kind of can. Number 37 is, do you sleep with a nightlight? I don't. I actually wear a sleeping mask when I go to sleep. Number 38 is, do you eat breakfast every morning? Pretty much. I don't eat healthy breakfasts, but I eat them quite often. Number 39 is, do you take any pills or medication daily? I don't. Number 40 is, what medical conditions do you have? I don't, touch wood, I don't really have any. Obviously I have issues with like mental health and stuff, but I don't really have any proper mental... What? No. I don't really have any proper medical conditions, like physical conditions. So, no. Question number 41 is, how many times have you been to the hospital? Touch wood again. I've only ever been to the hospital for a blood test and then to visit people, like family members and stuff, or obviously when I was born. Literally, other than that, touch wood, nothing. Number 42 is, have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes, it's one of the best films ever. Number 43 is, where do you buy your jeans? I don't buy them all from the same place, but the majority of the time I seem to get them from New Look. Number 44 is, what was the last compliment you got? I think it was actually from the cover I recently uploaded on my Esme Ever After channel. I uploaded that the same day this will be going up as well. And I sang How Far I'll Go, so, which is from Moana if you don't know. So if you want to see that, I will link my Esme Ever After channel down below and you can go and check it out. But yeah, last compliment was from that, like someone complimenting my singing, so even though it didn't really sound great, but... Number 45 is, do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Yeah, I always seem to remember my dreams quite well. Like, obviously I don't always remember them, but most of the time I do. I feel like I have quite vivid dreams, and my dreams are also quite random a lot of the time, so I usually do remember them quite well. Number 46 is, what flavour tea do you enjoy? To be honest, I've only ever properly tried a standard cup of tea, and I don't really drink tea that often anyway, but I usually just go for a normal cup of tea with milk and 2 sugars. Number 47 is, how many pairs of shoes do you currently own? Probably too many. Number 48 is, what religion will you raise your children to practice? To be honest, I don't specifically follow any religion. If they had strong beliefs in a specific religion, then I'd be happy for them to go through with that. Number 49 is actually a question that I can't really answer because I know there's people that are quite young that watch me and I don't want to spoil things for them, but that sounds like it's going to be like a really rude and appropriate question. But if you want to know what the question is, go to Gabby's video and look at question 49 and you'll understand why, and I don't want to, you know, ruin people's dreams. So I'll just make up a random question. What's my favourite flavour of ice cream? There you go. I like mint choc chip or chocolate or Nutella, or the Nutella flavoured ice cream from Boho Gelato is the bomb. The Boho Gelato's in Brighton, by the way, if you didn't know, it's an ice cream place. Oh my god, the best. Number 50, final question, is, why do you have a YouTube? I feel like that's worded really weird. Why do you have a YouTube? I've spoken about this so many times, so I'm just going to be brief about it, because I blooming love making videos. I just love it so much. And because it just keeps me positive and helps me build up my confidence more and more. That's the basic sort of answer to that, but I've spoken about it a lot in other videos, so I don't want to go too much into it. Okay, so that is all of the questions. Sorry if this video is really long and I rambled on a lot, but I just really wanted to give this a go, and I wanted to get a video up for you guys this week because I missed my Friday upload, which I apologise for again. But I will leave the questions in the description if you want to make a video and do these questions yourself. And if you do make a video, make sure you let me know and like share it on my social media and stuff, like tag me in it, and I'll be sure to watch it. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this up quickly because I'm running out of battery and I've spoken for long enough. But I hope you enjoyed this video and how relaxed and chilled it was. It kind of was, wasn't majorly, but you know. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below any video suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you on Friday with a favourites video. But most of it, again, seems to just be music, so just be prepared for that. Bye! That was weird.